Back in 2012, when Hurricane Sandy hit the tri-state area, it completely devastated downtown Manhattan and New York City. The aging infrastructure in place really couldn't support the surge of the storm. Hospitals in Lower Manhattan had to be evacuated. They were scrambling to get patients out of the city, all during a pretty significant flood event. And that really shaped how New York City approached their emergency planning. Since Hurricane Sandy, buildings in New York City and other metropolitan areas have started to see the benefits of installing CHP for their on-site power generation. Current policy and financial incentives are driving continued project development in those areas where they'll be most beneficial. CHP, combining heating and power, simply burns natural gas in an engine, and that engine drives a generator, and electricity is generated in that and distributed through the building. And unlike a regular generator, CHP also captures the heat off the engine. And that heat can be used for several different things. It can be used for domestic hot water. It can be used for heating in the building. It could also be run through some additional equipment to provide air conditioning to the building as well. So normally the difference in efficiency is the heat that would be wasted or put out into the atmosphere. And with the whole idea that we can capture that heat and put it to use. When you live in New York City, you're dependent upon somebody for water, you're depending on them for sewer, you're depending on them for electricity, and you're dependent on them for heat. If you live on the 22nd floor of a high-rise in Manhattan and you don't have electricity, you're in trouble. One of the benefits of CHP is that when a large outage occurs, you still have power when your neighbors don't. CHP also saves you money when you generate power on-site. The energy that you generate isn't subject to transmission, distribution, capacity charges that the utility tax onto your bill. Most metropolitan areas are perfect candidates for CHP. High-rise commercial, industrial, hospitals, schools, universities. Assuming that natural gas is present, you have the ability to generate your own electricity, your own heating, and your own cooling. Right now, CHP is the most efficient way to produce power in an urban or metropolitan area. Typical gas-fired generators are about 30 or 40% efficient. When you can scavenge the heat that's generated from that engine, these modules will run up to 93, 94% efficient. From an environmental perspective, on-site generation uses much less fuel to achieve the same power output. That improved efficiency is better for the environment. With CHP, there is no downside. It saves you money, it's better for the environment, and it provides a sense of independence from the utility that you normally wouldn't have.